crossover as? My first con, and I'm a little bit nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous.
Okay. What shows would you like to crossover with other than Bones? Like, what are your favorite shows, I guess?
I'm sorry.
What shows would you like to cross over with other than Bones?
Ooh. Bones is really cool, so I'm actually really looking forward to
Me
it.
too.
We're about to shoot it now. But if I could pick, it would probably be, have you ever seen No Reservations, Anthony Bourdain? I think we should I think Abby and Crane should go traveling all over the world and trying food and just be amazing. Find ghosts.
I'm very happy with that.
But since we're on Fox, maybe we should just like go be on Empire or something. I wouldn't mind that either, you know? We could be like a singing duo.
So this question is for Ichabod. Don't get excited, Ichabod. I mean Ichabod the actor. So, I'm sorry. So, the question is, I guess sometimes when I'm watching the show, I find myself very surprised to hear, for example, that Ichabod learned to track through undergrowth while fox hunting, and other surprising things that come up when Americans write about British culture. I was wondering, firstly, do you have any sort of quality control alerts for the writers? Do you ever sort of check for that sort of thing, or do you just try to keep a really straight face when you say it?
I think you should take this one. The writers are very cool at me correcting them. When there's Americanisms that slip in, or if I get bored and sit there with a thesaurus and doesn't want to throw in words, a lot of it they're very generous, and we don't really need to change an awful lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There have been a number of times that Tom has actually caught historical, little historical mistakes where a phrase or something has come into use after Ichabod would have.
Yeah, I think he's being humble. He actually changes quite a bit. But it's because he's like a huge historian. He really kind of gets it. And I don't know how it gets through so many hands without people catching the things that Tom just looks at and he's like, no, it's this. So it's kind of amazing. It's something that's really special, and I think it shows how much he loves this show and you guys, and like making sure that it's authentic.
My question is, what's your favorite like demon nemesis that you've like battled against on the show?
Yeah, I want to know that too.
What was your favorite to make, Corey?
Ooh. She says she did that. She just flipped that. Wow.
I loved the Sandman. Because that was actually the first.
Do you remember the Sandman? Okay. So, cutting room floor, right? We do a lot of things, and then the VFX, the visual effects, are added afterwards. So Tom was told that Ichabod was going to be spewing sand from his mouth at some point. If anyone goes back and sees that episode in the back, Ichabod is just hacking up nothing. He's doing this wonderful job, all this acting, like all over the place, veins, the whole thing, nothing. No VFX, nothing. We were like, wow, that is so cool.
I look ridiculous.
Just one of those fun moments. Yeah, I love it. My favorite, it's really simple. I love the Headless Horseman. I'm really small, he's really big, it's scary. He's my favorite guy.
In all of the times that we've had the Headless Horseman, there's not been a single one that it hasn't been exciting.
Yeah.
Watching him either ride a horse or marching towards us, it
Yeah.
gives you chills. It's lovely.
I don't even hand the guy the hood. That's That's cool.
Oh yeah, that's the only one that you didn't
Don't
make.
actually. Yeah, the Headless Horseman is a truly awesome figure. It was just that force of nature. Just
The Sandman actually, in fact, the Sandman, that was the first creature that we had. It was, I think, the second episode of season 1. So it was the first time I'd ever been on a job where you'd be walking through the car park and a trailer door opens and this big man kind of comes out, and that just got me very excited about the show as a whole, because it looked so amazing with his long fingers and his eyes were blanked out. There's a guy called Marty Martulis who has done most of our creatures. He and a guy called Derek Mears flick back and forth, and they're both wonderful. And Marty has also been he was the Wendigo, he was the...
he's one of our reavers.
He was Moloch when Moloch took his skin off and was the jet black Moloch. Yeah. He's brilliant, and as soon as you see him, and everyone kind of looks at him really scary, he's like, "Hey guys!" It's the weirdest thing.
It's a funny thing.
That was genuinely a brilliant impression of him.
It's really good.
Hi. Nicole, I just wanted to say, first of all, that every time I watch the finale to season 2, when you meet your ancestor, Grace Dixon, I just weep. And it's just beautiful. Thank you so much for that scene. I love it so much.
Oh, that's really kind of you.
Yeah,
Thank you. It's the
well,
writers.
I think it touches everybody who is trying to connect with family and find out who they are. So it's just really touching. Thank you.
Oh, man, thank you. That's really kind of you. Thanks.
And Tom, I was in Vegas. Thank you for Las Vegas. Yes.
Supposed to leave that in Vegas.
Sexy Jesus.
To my mum for the
So I wanted to follow up during your panel. I had a question on the panel. You said you were thinking about pitching a concept to the writers about a heist
Yeah.
in this season. Can you give us any update on that? Because
No. I've discussed it with one of the writers.
Okay, no update
He likes it a
available.
lot.
Anyway, thank you for...
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm super short. I want to say I love the show, and I think you guys are great on it. It's one of my favorite shows. This question is for Nicole. So in the past 2 seasons, we kind of got more information about Abby and Jenny's mother. So I guess they're going to bring more information about the father. And if that does happen, how do you think that would change the dynamic of your character, Abby?
She's a plant from Fox.
I know, right? Sort of like what the young lady that just walked away said, finding out more about who you are, I think thus far has made her stronger. You know, made her sort of face, it's the thing I love about playing this character, it's forced her to face the things that she really either ignored or was unaware of or really, really, really didn't want to look at. And I think we all can relate to there being parts of ourselves that we don't want to look at. But every time that happens, I think with both of us, even, you know, with Crane, the whole second season was Crane like looking at his family and realizing that it was a source of weakness, you know what I mean? That it was taking away from him. So perhaps if her father or whomever were to come into the mix, it would open up another soft point or like a potential place that could turn into strength maybe. Or maybe she'll, you know, fail. No.
science fiction and fantasy shows tend to do a body swap episode where people get switched around. Did you guys ever want to do an episode where you have somehow got your bodies switched? And
Body swap.
Yeah.
Friday on Fox.
Do you know, that's a question I wasn't expecting.
No.
Have you got the accents down?
I'm sorry.
Have you got each other's accents down that you could?
That's interesting.
Give us a good lieutenant.
We'll pitch it. That's the idea, and I'll take credit.
That would be funny. I like it. What's this?
Hi. My question is for both of you. I really love the costume in Sleepy Hollow, so I was wondering for Tom, what's your favorite costume piece? And Nicole, what's your favorite costume that you've worn?
Costumes, you
Yes.
said.
I really like the episode where I wore big boots and a big coat. There was skinny jeans. No. Actually, doing the flashback stuff and actually getting a good proper. I like that big hat. There was a big hat that I liked, which was weird.
Yeah, Abby, the jeans and the red leather jacket is my favorite outfit. Yeah, I would wear it around, but it would be kind of weird if he was walking around dressed like that. I love what you have on. I think you actually have on. I think you have on actually like one of my coats.
Yes, from the season 2 finale.
Okay. That's cool. No, that's like the actual coat. That's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's pretty impressive.
Hey guys. Tom, I'm afraid you're gonna have to call your mom again. Yeah, so I borrowed my wife's phone and there's a super hot Jesus number in here. And if I dial it, it rings. It could be a problem.
What's going on?
It was your phone. No, seriously, one of the things she was upset about earlier was you guys had a near cancellation rumor. How did was that real?
We're being cancelled.
Last year.
It's because of the spoiler. Sorry, everyone. There is no time leap between us and
So sometimes larger networks have these weird rules for keeping shows on. Can you speak to a little bit of that and how things are going, whether that was true at all?
Oh, that's not really something that filters down to us, I'm afraid. I don't think I can answer that.
No, I think if it happened, we'll just get the note in the morning while we're working on our lines. So it's probably not gonna happen today.
Thanks a lot. We'll keep watching.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Just a side note, but I think that body swapping was in a fanfic I read. Oh yeah.
Go on.
But anywho, my question for you guys actually is, as actors, you know, you're always growing, you're always evolving, you know, developing your characters, developing your own skill. And I was just wondering, like throughout the show, if like what scene or you know what act, like I guess, you felt really pushed you forward as an actor.
I really liked the finale of season 2. It was the first time we really got a long look at Ichabod in the past. Because before it was always, you know, there'd be a couple of scenes flashback. And so to actually get a chance to really explore who he was, and then consequently get a better understanding of who he is now. That was a treat. That was a really nice one to be able to do, and a nice challenge because there's been playing the end game of Ichabod and then backtracking to put all of the other pieces in place. That was a fun one.
Yeah. I think maybe I think the first season, just like really coming into the world the first season, Abby trying to figure out she was sort of the audience's point of view, so trying to figure out the balance between the fantasy and the reality and how much of emotional life and all that kind of stuff, trying to figure out what that was, what the actual world of the show was. I think it was a huge challenge for me the first season, the first few episodes, like the Sandman and all that. That really, I think, has affected the way that I work as an actor. Thank you for the question. It's cool.
And it's really, you can stop listening for a moment. That's really tough. That Abby is the audience throughout the entire show. When Ichabod arrives, Ichabod I've always thought of as the sidekick, because Abby is the audience. Abby is thinking exactly the same thing as the audience. And Ichabod's just kind of, hands. But it really needs to be fully grounded with someone who can guide you, the audience, into this weird world, because Ichabod certainly can't, because there's not enough to relate to. So, Nicole saying this, that's really difficult, and she's excellent at it.
Thank you, Mega Sexy Jesus.
We've reached about the 5 minutes left mark, so we're going to squeeze in, I think, one more question. Hey, never fear, we have another panel tomorrow. That's actually, let me just mention that, 2:30 tomorrow in the Marriott Atrium. So, yeah.
Hi guys, thanks so much for coming to Dragoncon. We love having you here. My question is actually for the whole panel. Of all the creatures that have been, including DJ Ichabod, of all the creatures that have been created for the show, which is the one that you feel would scare you the worst in real life if you encountered them? No rush.
For me, that's like picking a favorite child.
Oh, you want an answer?
Whatever, we can hang out. I don't have any place to be until 6.
It's very difficult to tell because they're all, they're right in front of us, and they're all really scary in that they're really brilliantly detailed. So particularly if I remember there was a bit with the Wendigo where he manages to get me on the ground and is kind of on top of me just after Abby shoots him. And so it's this big face right there, and they're scary. They're all scary, especially when he's running after you. I don't know how to decide. Very good. Well done, Corey.
Personally, I would probably go with either the Reavers or the Acolytes.
The Reavers, I'd forgotten them. I've forgotten them for a reason. Because they're genuinely frightening. With fish hooks holding their eyes open and their mouths, and there were loads of them, and they screech and run at you. They were really scary, actually. Yeah, what Corey said, Reavers, I'll go with that.
Nicole.
No, I definitely agree with the Wendigo and the Reavers. I know this is so... Don't be mad at me, Corey.
She's going to say the Headless Horseman.
No, I'm not going to say that, but no, let me just... The coin. To me, The coin that brings out your dark evil side is the thing, because like anyone can get it. Any of you guys can pick it up, and then like all your demons come out. I think that's, to me, what makes the show interesting. Is like all of your bad shit really coming out. Like that
I
is
did
the
so
really.
well at not swearing.
Well, sorry. But no, I mean, like, I think for me, truly, that would be the scariest thing, because you never know. With everyone, I could just, you with the tattoo, I could just give you the coin and you never know what she's gonna do. You know what I mean? That's really scary to me. People. People! People are scary.
And on that note, I believe we are out of time, so I would like to thank all of you for being here.
Sorry for being...
And tomorrow, 2:30, Marriott, for your second chance.